Welcome to the Turnbuckle with your hosts, Killer and Cease.
And in 5, 4, 3. And welcome everybody to another episode of Killer and Cease the Turnbuckle. I am Killer Chris.
And this is Caesar. And today we're giving our Elimination Chamber review. We just watched it. And now we got to review it. That's how it goes. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. And comment down below what you liked and didn't like about the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yes. We'd love to hear what you liked about the Elimination Chamber. That would be glorious to hear about that.
And what you didn't like. Yeah, all the things. All the things.
I mean, if you got a lot of time and you want to talk about what you didn't like, that'd be great. Tell us all the things.
Tell us all the things. Yep.
We should start off by saying SmackDown. We got new tag team champions.
We did. I did say that in the last episode, watching it, that they were going to do that, and they did do that.
Yep, you had a lot of changes based on WrestleMania needing help. They're having some ticket sale issues, so you took some spoiler shots, and they worked out for you.
It did. I was pretty accurate. I was actually almost 100% accurate on all my predictions for the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Does that mean I liked the show? We'll find out.
We'll find out by the end of this, because we'll talk about how we liked each and every one of these matches, all 4 of them. That took 3
four
hours.
matches in a box.
4 matches in a box. Took 3 hours to do 4 matches in a box, and I'll tell you, they did a lot of entrances that took a lot of time.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to get into it.
Yep.
We're going to get into it.
Is there anything else from SmackDown that we should talk about before we get into the main gist of this? I think that was the main thing, was the new tag team champions, Rio and Lost.
They built a lot of stuff around, Cody and Randy a little bit as well, and with the title, stuff like that. But we'll get into most of that stuff here, talking about the Chambers. Yeah. Yeah,
when we get into the men's. So.
Yeah.
All right, then no need to take forever on this episode when talking about it. We'll just get right into it, and we'll talk about the Women's IC Championship. We had Becky Lynch defending against AJ Lee. We both picked AJ Lee to win this match. Were we correct?
Yeah. This match was fine. I have some issues with it. I think it went. AJ Lee looked tired to me out there when she was wrestling. And also it's just like it was very technical. This was a very technical bout. And that's not why I think AJ Lee needs to be more scrappy, more chaotic, like she was back in her, because that's what made her exciting and cool. Back when I used to watch her back in the day, was not her technical wrestling skills. It was her scrappiness, her being the crazy chick, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doing crazy chick stuff.
That's fair.
And being scrappy. And I was hoping to see some of that, and I didn't really see any of that. I thought the match was fine. The some of the moves I felt like they telegraphed, because they definitely worked on the choreography with this. But yeah, this was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was great. It was in the good to fine area.
That's fair. I think I'm going to start something new that I just pulled out of the air about 30 seconds ago, so we'll see how this goes. I thought it was a C plus match. I'd give it a C.
We used to grade. We did used to grade the matches. Remember, we would go back, and then we would go all the way back and grade them.
Yeah.
Remember we used to do that?
Yeah, I remember that.
We can grade it. I would say C. I would agree with that, what you just said. C. You said C plus, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I would give it as well.
We're going to give these matches C pluses. Or this match is C plus. So that'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she looked tired to me, and I just missed the scrappiness. If I would have saw her doing a little bit more of that scrappy stuff that I used to see her do, and you know what I'm trying to say, Chris? Just like, I know you didn't watch AJ Lee back in the day.
I did not.
Yeah, and also she's never had really long. This is probably the longest match she's ever had. This is probably This match, I'm pretty sure if you add up the time of this match, equals to almost all her matches that she wrestled. Because that's how bad the Divas were treated back in the day. You know, they didn't get no time on TV.
Well, I'm glad she got more time in this match. I wish it was a little faster. It was a slower match.
Yeah.
It was a slow match, but I it wasn't as slow as, say, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at WrestleMania 42. It wasn't that slow. It wasn't.
It's like the worst match of last year, man.
Yeah, it might be the worst match of 2020s. I mean, it's not over yet.
The worst match of Triple H's era, probably.
Yes. But overall, I thought this was an okay match. Like I said, it's a C+ match. I enjoyed watching it. It was cool. I actually thought Becky was about to win at that one point. They had me.
I did too. They had me too with the chairs.
Yep.
With the chairs, she hit him with the chairs, and then did the manhandle slam.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought they did get me as well. I thought that was the finish as well.
I was like,
they already did the tap fake. They already did the fake tap out part. You know?
Yep. They had the fake tap out, and then they went into that, and I was like, that's the end right there. I can't believe it. And then she kicked out. I was like, oh, you got me, Triple H. Good job. Anytime they get me, I
wouldn't put that on Triple H. Whoever the producer of the match came up with that.
That's fair. I mean, Triple H is kind of part of it, but sure, I won't give him all the credit since I guess there's a producer that's more involved in the match.
He just says, "This is what I need to happen in the match. This is how I want the show to look," and then the producers are the one who, with the wrestlers, create the matches.
Yeah. So, I thought it was a good match. Not the greatest, not the worst. Average.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make my top 10 list at the end of the year, as like you know what I'm saying, for like best matches. But it was fine. It was good. Like you said, C+. I 100% agree with that. So,
yeah. So good job. I'm looking forward to the rematch at WrestleMania, which I'm assuming will happen.
Yeah, I'm assuming they'll have some type of rematch. I don't expect AJ Lee to hold that title on very long, like we said in our predictions review. Next, let's move on to the Women's Elimination Chamber match, where we have Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, Raquel Rodriguez, and the winner was Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
After dropping the tag team titles and taking the pin on Friday.
If you noticed, I went out of order. I'm tired.
Chris, it's all good. You know?
I was like, I don't remember that being the first match, but I'm going to go with it. I don't know why. So, the Elimination Chamber, I thought this was a really good match. I thought this may have been the best match, or maybe squeaked out by another that we'll get to later between the two of them. But this one, after SmackDown, I would have changed my prediction. However, I couldn't at that point because I already made it. Mm-hmm. Tiffany was second, and I'm not surprised by that. She broke her nose, or busted her nose open. I don't think it got broke. Yeah. But overall, I thought this was a great match. I thought Alexa would be in there a little bit longer. I was surprised at how early she went.
First one eliminated.
Yep. So that shocked me, but I was happy that they didn't just have Kiana James be the first one eliminated, being that she's the low one on the totem pole for popularity. So it was nice to see her last a little longer than being the first one out.
I'm glad you thought this was a great match.
Yeah. You didn't like it as much?
No, and I'm going to explain why.
Okay. Yes, let's hear it. Because maybe you'll change my mind.
This is a spoiler. This is a preview of what's coming up. Is we're going to be reviewing the 01, the 01 year of 2001, and the WWE, and we've been watching those PLEs or pay-per-views back in the day.
Yep.
And I finished the Royal Rumble, and one thing I noticed about that Royal Rumble, which this past Royal Rumble didn't really do a good job of, is they had the storylines. They had a bunch of storylines going into the Royal Rumble, and they showed up in the Royal Rumble match, like those storylines that were in there that was happening during that. And I remember seeing that. I think that's bad thing with Triple H's booking. I don't think he knows how to book the women's storylines really, because none of these women have storylines against each other going into this match. You have like Tiffany Stratton, who's not feuding with anybody.
Yep, she just got back.
Chelsea Green.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. You have Rhea Ripley, who was in the tag team division. Alexa has been doing the thing with Charlotte, so that's why I think Charlotte should have been in this match. Asuka has been in the tag team thing, and she had no interaction with Rhea Ripley or anything at all in this really that much in this match.
Yeah, they could have had
Kiana
more.
James.
I will agree with you there, but I'll stop you for a second. Rhea and Asuka should have had more interaction in this match. I agree with you.
Kiana James was just thrown in there because they didn't want Charlotte to be in there, and they want to have a surprise person be in there and a newcomer person, which is fine. But I still think Charlotte should have been in there instead. I think that would have added more. There would have been more story elements. That's what I'm missing in this match, Chris. That's what I'm getting at is the story elements.
Yeah.
And then Raquel. I thought this match was fine until Raquel came in there. When Raquel came into the match and she was in there, and then she was just dominating all the ladies in there, that added to the whole match But the thing is also she's not involved in any storylines with these women. She's involved in that storyline with Stephanie Valkyrie and Liv Morgan, and none of them are in this match as well.
She's the only one from Raw. Really? I mean, Rhea's Raw for Asuka's now, but Raw. I think she's kind of moving. Yeah, Asuka is from Raw. I guess you're right there. But I was thinking that Rhea's kind of moving to SmackDown. That's kind of what it seems.
Yeah, definitely not.
And now, now. But I felt like Raquel, like what you were saying, she's the only one really from Raw. Asuka's from Raw, I guess, too. But there wasn't much for her to have a fight with. You know, she didn't have a storyline.
I just feel like they didn't do a good job weaving in storylines. Like, I'm coming at this from watching the Royal Rumble back then in 2001, how they weaved in storylines into this big match. And I know they've done that before in other Elimination Chamber matches and stuff. Like, I think Charlotte being in this match would have added a whole lot, because then you had the whole Alexa and Charlotte. You could still build on that storyline a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say, Chris? Like maybe one accidentally eliminates the other, like one falls on top of one, and then that person gets pinned, and it's still planting those little seeds. They didn't officially turn, but it's just like slowly building up.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that, and then they're having no interaction with Asuka and Rhea, and they did that because Rhea's moving on to the singles division. But like they still like the storylines. I just feel like none of these women have storylines together, and were just thrown into this match. And choreography wise, it was good. With some of the stuff they were doing. Yeah, I thought the match was good. I'll give it a B-.
Yeah, if you take out the fact that the storyline wasn't existent, there was really no storyline. These are just women trying to be the number one contender, because that's all it was.
That's all it was.
It was a good match. The storyline, yes, there could have been more storyline. I agree with you there. And
it could be because my brain is thinking about, like I said, we've been watching the 01 stuff and how they did we'll be really high on that when we get to that Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But like the storyline, I just feel like there was no meat to this, and there's nothing that like is memorable besides Raquel being so dominating and pinning two people. That's the only thing I'm going to remember about this Elimination Chamber, I think.
Yeah, that was really cool how she pinned two people at once. That's something that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, I've only seen Roman Reigns do that, so I was like, wow, that's like a big thing.
Yeah, that's a huge perk to her. And I am excited to see what they do with this. I hope to see a triple threat at WrestleMania, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I would like to.
I think the Raquel turn on Liv happens after WrestleMania.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because if they're not going to make it a triple threat, there's no real way to have her turn beforehand without it being odd, in my opinion. But yes, you picked Rhea to win this match. You were right. I picked Tiffany. She came in second. I would have liked to see her still win. I honestly, I think
would have too.
Raquel would have been
tag team would have been alive.
Yes, that would have been awesome. I would have still loved to see Raquel Rodriguez win this thing overall. That would have been cool because she was really good and really dominant during the match. So
she got the dominant look on this. I think she's going to come on the other side of this chamber looking even more dominant. They did a good job building that story. They've been building that story for a while now, since back back in August, having her not lose that much or take pinfalls and stuff. That's why they've been having like Raquel and those guys, not Raquel, but what's her name, Roxanne, take pins and stuff for the Judgment Day, and not her. And yeah, so they've been really good at job building her up as this dominant, huge force to be reckoned with.
You know what?
She really proved that here in the East and the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, very true. I'll give this match a B, borderline B plus, but I'm gonna overall just give it a B. I do think that I feel like there's going to be a Shawn Michaels Psycho Sid type of churn after WrestleMania, where Liv wins the title at WrestleMania, goes to Raw and talks all this stuff, and Raquel nails her from behind and takes her out on Raw or something.
And
right
hits
afterwards.
her with her bomb and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking happens at the night after WrestleMania too. Yeah.
Yep. That would be a cool churn. I've seen it before, obviously. I just mentioned it, but I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's happened like so long ago. Like, you know, the new generation, a lot of people haven't seen that. So it's like this will be fresh and new. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fresh and new for everybody else. But for me, I'll see it. And that's okay. I don't mind seeing it again.
Most storylines are stories, pretty much every story are pretty much reused. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. So, this was a good match. My heart's very happy for Rhea. My brain's still wondering why, but whatever.
I went with my brain in this one, and in this entire pay-per-view, PLE. But yeah, it's just, you know.
Yep.
I thought, like I said, the only thing I'm gonna remember is Raquel being dominant and then pinning two people, because I thought that was cool. That was awesome. And they did some good moves. I know our friend Jeremy, he's really high on this match. I think his assessment, you know, Jeremy, he helped us with the Royal Rumble predictions.
Yep.
But like I think his assessment on this was, I think he was a little too high on this. I don't think it was as good as he was describing it.
No, I think he probably gave it like an A- or something. The way he was talking.
Yeah, from the way he wrote, you remember he texted us about it. Like, yeah,
he was really excited. Hey, everybody likes their own thing. I'm not gonna totally bash him for that. I mean, I got other things I can bash him for. It doesn't have to be that. Oh, that was a good one. And then we came into the match where I think everybody knew what was going on.
Yep.
The World Heavyweight Championship between CM Punk and Finn Balor. And we both picked CM Punk. I don't know why we would have done such a thing, but we did.
Why? Yeah. There's Roman Reigns. That's why. That's what we both know. Roman Reigns is on the other side.
Yeah. Roman Reigns.
To be honest.
Yep. Go ahead.
I tried to get into this. I think this is the best match of the whole night. I think I tried to get into this match. But the thing is, it was hard for me too, because
you knew the ending.
The ending, what it had to be, and with we know Roman Reigns is going to be on Raw next day, and they got built to the night 2 main event.
Yep.
I do like that CM Punk did the acknowledge me pose at the end. I thought that was cool. So I was like, oh yeah, that's good.
In your face, cool. Roman.
yeah, I liked that. So it was building on that. This was a middle feud to get for CM Punk. It's his hometown. You had to get him on the card somehow.
Yep.
And that's what they did. I think Finn is turned face. I think they've officially turned Finn face now.
Yeah, the handshake at the end.
Yeah, I think he's face. I think that's pretty much a face turn.
What I questioned,
false face turn.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What did you question?
Well, what I was questioning half the time, I saw him keep looking down the aisle. Like, is he expecting his teammates to come out? Why does he look down there 2 or 3 times?
It was like a character. It was a character growth moment. Growth moment. Yeah. He was thinking about it. It's like, should I have them come out? And then, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I saw
speaking on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was expecting them to still come out and, some shenanigans to be on there in the end of this match. So I was disappointed that we didn't get to see the man, myth,
JD,
the legend,
JD.
No, Dominic Mysterio.
JD.
We both on that Dominic Mysterio
JD train. JD. Yep.
JD's really good. I like JD. He could be on the train with
He just came
Dominic
back
Mysterio to get a world championship. To get that world championship, Dominic Mysterio was not on the card. How do you not put Dominic on the card? How do you not just have him just pop up out there?
It's pretty easy.
They got to build toward this awesome, WrestleMania match with the Demon coming back. That's what I want to say. I want the Demon to come back and beat Dominic Mysterio, and then Dominic can be on his way to win his world title. So that's what we need to see happen.
Yes. No.
That's what we need, Chris.
Finn needs to come back as the Demon and crush him like a bug is what he needs to do.
This is the second PLE in a row we haven't seen no Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, it's great.
It is wrong.
People are getting bored with him. They don't need him anymore. That's perfect.
And just wait, guys, because it's coming up on our top 100. Because our top 100 returns and finishes off the next couple weeks after this.
Yep.
Where's Dominic Mysterio going to be at, man? He's going to show up. Where's he going to be on Chris's list? Where's he going to be on my list? Just wait to see where Dominic
could he possibly be. Let's find out. You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, Dominic Mysterio's in the same spot he was last year. I mean, he just faced Penta again on Monday Night Raw. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, our top 100. Like and subscribe. Continue watching our top 100. Find out where Dominic Mysterio is on our list.
Or not where he is, depending on where he is.
Depending on where he is, we don't know. Well, we don't know, but you'll find out where he is.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a good match. Hopefully at WrestleMania, we'll see if we have the Demon at WrestleMania or not. You never know.
Yeah.
That's a long ways away.
I have a question for you, Chris.
Yes.
Did you enjoy what was in the box?
Oh, the box.
The box.
I don't know if you. I'm going to give you.
Oh wait, before we go on to the box.
Okay.
We didn't grade. See, this is the problem when we introduce something new again, and we forgot to grade the World Heavyweight Championship.
That's true. Well, I messed up. So I'll give it I was giving that a solid B+.
I will give it a B+ too. I don't think it was as good as their first match at Belfast.
Agreed.
Only because I was out of it because I knew about the Roman thing.
Yep.
So yeah, about WrestleMania. We can't mess up that WrestleMania main event.
Nope, you can't. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
with the box.
So I'll just here's me watching the box. Okay. Oh, I'm like, they brought out the box. Oh, it opened up. There's a casket inside. Is the Undertaker making some kind of presence here today? This is so exciting. And I'm holding my papers just like I told you I would be. And then 20 people came out of the box. 20 people. I was like, why are there 20 people in a box for 2 weeks? I don't understand.
I told you it was a comedy character. I told you it was. It sounds like it's been very mixed. Like there was booing in the crowd.
They didn't seem excited in that crowd when I heard it. I mean,
to be honest, that crowd in general throughout the whole night I didn't think was very good, which is just surprising to me because we're in Chicago, and usually that crowd is like on fire. Like that crowd makes me want to be in that arena.
Yeah,
and I did not feel that at all during this PLE.
I felt it during Punk's match, at least early on.
I think that was the biggest thing I think that was the biggest pop of the whole night was when Punk came out there to the whole Michael Jordan thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool as well. And yeah, I think that was the biggest pop of the whole night was Punk just coming out there, and I was like, oh, that's all they could have done. Anyway, I thought this crowd in general was just not very good, which is surprising me because even during the dark days of WWE, this crowd was still hot for anything that WWE put out. Like they really bought in. Like usually it's a lot of hardcore fans in Chicago.
Yep. They're old school. They've always been there. You'd think that it would have been a more boisterous crowd, especially since it's Chicago. But maybe they're toning it down. Maybe Chicago's becoming a nice place.
I mean, I missed the crowd energy to the show. I think that really hurt the show, to be honest.
Maybe they should have had it in Milwaukee then.
They probably should have.
Then we might have
my
gone.
wife did say the same thing about the crowd. She thought the crowd was she was watching with me, and she thought the crowd was not very good.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole night.
I definitely think the crowd was the quietest during this box.
Oh yeah, definitely during the box. I would agree. I thought this felt completely flat, and I was like, I never seen any of his like AEW or Ring of Honor stuff. I even forgot his. I didn't even know his. I still don't remember his name, to be honest.
Danhausen. I have it written down.
Well, that's it. I knew he had the white face mat, the face paint, and with the black eyeliner stuff. So that's who I thought might be popping out of the box last week. And that's who ended up popping out of the box with a bunch of other women dancing.
Yep.
I didn't care.
Making no sense.
It wasn't funny to me. I thought it was supposed to be something funny. I know I've heard the character is pretty like a comedic type of character.
Yeah. I think the most funny part about the box was when R-Truth had his box of Papa John's.
With Papa John's pizza.
Yeah. He's like, I know exactly what's in the box. It smells good. I was like, yes. R-Truth with the win.
Advertisements. Yep.
But yeah, who cares about the box? Did you care about the box? If you cared about the box, tell us what you thought of the box, whether you didn't care or cared about the box.
Yeah, because I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole thing.
I didn't care for it either. I was excited for something cool, and then they showed me the casket, and I got a little more excited because first thing I think of when I see a casket, Undertaker. I was like, okay,
Undertaker.
I
thought that too. I was like, why would they do the box with the Undertaker? Wouldn't he just come out on his bike or something,
right?
Or the dong. So I was like, it can't be the Undertaker. Why is there a casket there?
Yep.
Maybe I just don't understand the character. Maybe he's supposed to be like a vampire type thing. I don't know.
I think that's what he was supposed to be. It seemed clear the way those women were dressed and stuff that he was like, they were in his thrall. I believe that's what vampires call it, the thrall, and they were doing. Happy to be with him.
I think this is going to go down in history like the egg, to be honest with you.
The gobbledygooker. Yeah. Or
the Shockmaster. Remember the Shockmaster running through the
wall? Run it. He didn't run. He fell down.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't run.
He's like,
but yeah, I think we just witnessed one of those moments.
We did. You'd think that those wouldn't happen anymore, but apparently 30 years later, we got another one.
We just witnessed one, Chris. I think this fell flat. The crowd wasn't into this. I wasn't into this. I was like, what is going on right now? And I'm like, part of the problem is like there was already a big gap in between some of these matches, and this could have been another match,
Yep.
And then instead we get this, they built up this box, and I'm thinking that this box is going to be something big, cool, and exciting to get us to buy tickets to go to WrestleMania, or for other people, because I'm not spending that type of money to go watch WrestleMania.
Me neither. I can't do
it. Yeah. Well, that's what I assumed it was, and then it turned out to be this. And I was actually hoping, like, I know I said that it was going to be this last week. I was really hoping to be wrong, Chris. I'm not going to lie to you. I was hoping I was wrong about a lot of my picks, especially with the Elimination Chamber matches. But they ended up being right. So, yeah.
This is one of those picks where I'm ashamed of it. I give the box an F, okay? I don't ever give Fs. I try to always stay somewhere in the middle. I give the box an F. The box has got an F. I'm grading it.
Ooh, box itself an F. I'll give it I would agree with that, because it was built up over the last couple of weeks. And it made it seem like it was going to be something big. I think your costume idea that you said before, like you opened up and it's like someone's costume.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been cool, like if it was like Chris Jericho, instead of having Chris Jericho, and there was like his, he had that one coat that lit up.
Yeah, his shiny silver coat or whatever.
Yeah, it could have been just that, and then that would have been enough. I think that would have been a big reveal enough that everyone would liked it, and it didn't have to be this huge big thing with the general managers opening the crate in front of the stage.
Right?
Like this. When they brought it out there with them doing it, then I thought it was going to be something bigger. I thought it was still going to be something comedic, because I thought they were going to open it backstage.
Right.
But when they brought it out there, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be something even bigger.
Nope.
And then it wasn't. It was what I said it was going to be. I was like, oh, man.
It would have been cool if it was Jericho's coat and it just lighted up and gave a date. Just gave another date. Like, get you pumped up. Oh, what is it? Jericho coming back on this date? Who knows? Or maybe it's another box
it could have been,
or something.
It could have been April. It could have been April 18th. It could have been another box. No, that would have been funny, actually. If they open it up, it's another box. Don't open it until April 18th.
Don't open until April 18th. Oh. And you know they can't get Chris Jericho right now because of his contract issues. But you know what they can do is if they can't have him, they can always. He could have had his jacket in there with the date, and then April 18th, and then on April 18th, there's another box, but it has his guitars or some of his band equipment, and you get Fozzy because he can't wrestle, but he can still come on as Fozzy with his band, and he can play a song at WrestleMania. I mean, you could have done that.
I've done that.
That would have been cool. I mean, anything would have been cooler, I think, but that's just me.
You want to know a crazy fact, Chris?
Oh, what's a crazy fact? I love crazy facts.
There was 37 minutes between the World Heavyweight title match and our next one. That's including the box.
That could have been
a 3-hour PLE. You know how long it took the matches? An hour and 40 minutes that's how long all the matches were combined, time-wise.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Half the time was either. Well, does that include entrances? The hour and 40? Do you know?
Yep. No, it does not include entrances.
Okay, so
just the actual matches.
Half of the PLE was this box and entrances and some ads.
Advertised all the ads. Yep.
Ridiculous.
This is that. I think they're ripping people off of money. That's what I think.
It is. Everybody who went there to pay for this garbage, and they're paying 2, 3, 4 times as much as I paid for when I went to WrestleMania in 20 years ago. Yeah, that's criminal. Because at that WrestleMania, I got like 8 matches.
Yeah. The same thing with the two WrestleManias I went to. We got it was like 8 matches. 9 matches. I'm
gonna look it up. I'm gonna take a second here during our show. I'll let you continue talking. I'm gonna look up WrestleMania that I went to. I'm gonna see how many matches I got for like $100 or whatever I paid. I forget exactly how much it was.
Yeah, you went to WrestleMania 22, right? Was the one in Chicago, right? Or you went to the one in Detroit?
Both. So I went to 22 and 23. So I went to both of them for less than what you paid to go to Elimination Chamber. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how much people paid to go.
I know the ticket sales were pretty high for Elimination Chamber, from what I heard. Tickets for any of these shows are really high recently, and it's just crazy. It's only 4 matches. You could have got somebody else on. You could have got 2 more matches probably in this card. I think you could have got 2 more at least to give them. I like that they get enough time.
Yeah,
I think you had more matches at 22. By the way, that's my prediction. Is there was more matches at 22 than 23.
100%. Well, okay, then 23. I'll look at 23 in a minute. I had 12 matches that I got to watch at 22. That includes 1 dark match. I had 12 matches, which contained wrestling from like John Cena versus Triple H. Some people like that.
Yep.
It had Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton. I had Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker in matches.
They were running short on time, so that match was only like 10 minutes long, a triple threat match. So they had to cut that match. It's really good though.
It's really
like
good.
The best 10 minutes of wrestling you've ever seen, because all 3 of those guys are really good.
Yeah, they probably just sped up the match, and they had all their moves done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They had 12 matches, and the longest match was 22 minutes, and most of these matches were 10 or less. So, I mean, you can still do it, folks. You can still have maybe not 12, but
quality versus quantity. Quality versus quantity is the thing that people will argue is like you're getting better quality with those smaller matches. That's true. Some matches do need more time, but sometimes I feel like some of these matches have been going a little too long.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
No, I don't think it's you.
Not
I think
every match has to be like 20 minutes long. Not every single match.
No. In fact, I don't even know how long. Well, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch was probably a decent amount of time.
Yeah, I still think that was the shortest match, though.
Yeah, but that was probably 15 to 20, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the chamber matches were 40 each, I would say. Probably somewhere around 40.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at WrestleMania 23, I had 9 matches, not 12. So, it was slightly less. And that makes more sense. I would say a PLE should have 7 or 8 matches. Probably 7. 7's probably a good number.
Get your money's worth. Get some good quality matches.
Yep.
And then some shorter ones. I think you do need some shorter ones. You just do. I think that also hurt the crowd. Why the crowd was so bad was partly because of the pacing of their show. I think that's part of the reason why the crowd was so bad.
Yeah, because there was so much time in between matches.
The pacing and how this goes, that's on Triple H.
Yep.
I blame him for that. And TKO. Because they need to have all these adverts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think they can bring on a much better show. They don't need to have 4 matches. It's crazy. We had 5. We used to have 5, and now they even dropped us down to 4. This is ridiculous, Chris.
Well, just earlier last year we had 6. Wasn't it 6 from a few of them? Not WrestleMania.
There might have been 6 for a few of them.
Yeah, I think there was a few that had 6.
WrestleMania, both nights had like 6, I think.
Yes. Yeah. They at least WrestleMania gives us enough matches. That's nice.
I hope. Well, if both nights only give us 4 matches, we only got like 8 total. I was like, that could have been one night.
Yeah, it could have been one night. It should have just stayed one night like it used to be.
If they only give us 4 matches each night, yeah.
Yeah, because we used to have 8 matches in one night. We used to have 12 matches in a night. They can do 8 in one night.
Yeah, I think WrestleMania we should have more than. We should have more matches. And if you want to wrap up a lot of your storylines, you want some of those storylines to continue.
Yep.
To pay off.
And in case you were wondering,
some brand new storylines. Yeah.
Yeah. And in case you were wondering, Dodge Ram was a sponsor last night. You couldn't tell by the big Dodge logo in the middle of the mat. They had them on each of the turnbuckles in the middle. The middle turnbuckles.
Honestly, I tune out the adverbs that are on the mat and in the turnbuckle. That doesn't bother me that much. After a while, I don't even notice them. I notice them when they first do it, when they first start the PLE, but then as it goes on, I don't.
I notice the ones on the mat. Much. The mat bothers me. The turnbuckles, I noticed them, but then they kind of actually blended in as kind of almost looking like W's, so I didn't pay attention too much. But at first, I was like, the mat, I could see that the whole time. I was like, this is annoying. They're wrestling on top of a ram. Come on now.
I did not. I noticed it, like I said, I only noticed it at the beginning, and then that kind of. Plus, they were in the chamber, and they were so it's like I didn't notice it as much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of chamber, we got one more match to talk about.
Yes,
I know we took a long time getting it, but so did WWE. They took a long time getting into this match. Why did everybody have to have a super long entrance?
I don't know.
Why? Why? What was wrong? Why did they? I was like, dude, this is taking so long with these entrances. I told my wife, why are the entrances taking so long? She fell asleep during these entrances because they were taking so long.
I feel like I cooked a meal at one point during an entrance. No, I took a shower. I went upstairs and took a shower. I came back. Randy Orton was finally getting in the ring or something.
To go to use the bathroom, and they still weren't done. The same person who started their entrance was still going. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way."
Did you see?
Do all of them need to climb the thing? Do they all need to climb it?
They all need to do it. They all got to do it.
I thought the first one with Trick Williams coming out there, he was like on the little stand thing.
Yeah.
Coming out. I thought that was cool. His entrance was cool. I was like, okay, we can move on now. And then now everybody had to like top his entrance somehow by climbing up on the cage.
Yep.
And stuff.
Did you see?
Like LA Knight then started climbing it.
They actually were taking too long. At one point, the ref talked to Javon Evans. It's like, you gotta hurry up.
You gotta get in the ring. Yeah.
You gotta get in your
Cody. You could tell Cody's entrance was fast. He sped his, or tried to speed his up. His was shorter than the others because it was like, oh, we don't have much time.
Yep.
Javon took way too long getting out there. I'm sorry, Javon. He took the longest. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Why did he have to jump? He kept jumping in the crowd. That's when I left because he was jumping in the crowd. I was like,
yep.
Oh, he'll be done shortly. He'll be on Cody and stuff. That's when I left. I came back. He was still doing his entrance. I was like, oh, what is going on here?
You know, it's a good thing he wasn't coming down to help his friends. Penta.
Oh, man. Oh, if Penta was in this, he would have been the entire way down. He would hit every single person on the way down there. I'm like, why? Why are the entrances taking so long? The women didn't even take this long of entrances. The women did their entrances. I felt like weren't that long. Why are all there so long? Why do they have to go to every single pod and taunt somebody?
Right? Why do you got to taunt everybody in the pods? I don't understand. Everybody did that. I don't get it.
Randy Orton. I left during Randy Orton's entrance too, but when I came back, it was Javon Evans' entrance. Randy Orton was walking so slow. I'm like, oh my! I understand you're walking so slow. He's doing his thing.
Yep.
I was like, but by the time he got to his entrance, I was over the entrances.
Yeah. It's like, why are we?
I was
still
already
at
over
the
the entrance after LA Knight. I was like, oh, okay. LA Knight just had a really long entrance right after Trick Williams had a big entrance.
Yep.
I was like, that makes sense. If Trick Williams isn't going to win, he have a big entrance going out in there. So that was like, that's what I was thinking they were doing. So he's not going to win, but you still want to present him with the aura and stuff, so he can have a big entrance. And then LA Knight went out there. I was like, you don't need this big of an entrance because you're already popular and people already like you. You can just go out there, do the thing, and then get in your pod and let's get ready to go.
Yep, get going.
And I was already done with the entrances at the end of his. And I was like, okay. And then who came out after? Was it Logan Paul?
Yes.
I think it was Logan Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Logan Paul. And
then
he
it
was
was Randy.
His sweet time going out there too. I'm like, oh man.
And nobody even likes Logan Paul. We don't need to watch you go out there. Just get in the ring, dude. Yeah, it was bad.
These entrances just drew me. I was literally, and there was a point I was just on my phone, just doing whatever on my phone.
Yep.
And I remembered I was behind in the live feeds, and I had to turn off my phone. So I was like, shoot, I can't even look at my phone. So I'm gonna be spoiled because these entrances are taking so long. And then I contemplated and like fast forwarding. I was like, no, I'll just go upstairs and grab some because I was watching it in my basement. And I was like, I'll go upstairs.
You should have fast forward.
Yeah. I should just fast forward.
Yep.
I was like,
it's 10 minutes. You won't get back.
It's not. It is not. This these entrances. I know we've been spending a long time me complaining about these entrances, but
not
that's
as much as how long
feel.
they were. Not as much as how long
that's
they
how
were.
long they were, and they really hurt my because I used to love the entrances.
Yeah,
but I was like, especially like WrestleMania, because I feel like you can do a big entrance because it's part of the thing of WrestleMania. It's part of the whole spectacle. Not everything has to be like that, though. You don't have to have those super long entrances at every PLE.
Right. They don't have to be so
just
crazy.
Have your normal entrance that you normally come out to. WrestleMania, do the special one.
Cody Rhodes had it right. I mean, he was probably kind of told, we're kind of running low on time. You know, we're not going to...
Yeah, don't talk nobody at those pods. Just go out there and
He's like, don't worry, I'll get us back on track, guys. I'm sorry. He went out there, did his little... He had to do his beginning.
Devon took way too long.
Yep. Cody's like, let's do this. Like, all right, good on you. You're working it the right way. You're getting us back on track and still keeping your attitude. I like that.
All right, let's get into the actual match. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm gonna say those entrances hurt this PLE for me.
Entrances and ads hurt the PLE.
Yeah.
Except for CM Punk. I really enjoyed his Chicago Bulls. It brought me back to my childhood.
That was good because. And I think the commentator said it right that this could be his last time like defending the title at Chicago and stuff with like his age and stuff. So yeah, I thought that was fine because they're in Chicago and it's his hometown. It's different. It's a completely different situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally got it.
Everything
totally
else,
understood.
Yep.
And then we got this match with all these guys. You should have heard us say their names numerous times during this rant. We're gonna call it.
Just tell us who's in the match again, Chris, because you might have forgot.
In case you forgot, we're gonna have Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. I'm just kidding. It was Logan Paul who took out Jey Uso. Well, we don't know who took out Jey yet, but I think it was the Vision. But
probably
Logan Paul took the place of Jey Uso, who took the place of Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yeah.
So this has been a rotating little position in the match.
they obviously needed somebody in the Vision to be in this match. Which is why they had to pivot on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah,
because Logan Paul obviously has Bronson Reed's spot, because Logan Paul, you know how many people Logan Paul eliminated? He eliminated the first 3 people.
Yep.
In this match,
he had to make them.
I'm pretty sure
big.
that was Bronson Reed's spot. Yeah, because Bronson Reed was going to eliminate them.
Yeah,
they probably already had part of the match, like the producers and stuff were already working on the match already, and so they already had him be the person, which makes sense because they want to present Bronson Reed as this monster.
Yep.
Who comes in there and then eliminates 3 people, and they just gave that spot to Logan Paul.
Exactly, because they needed somebody from the Vision, because they finally decided who they're going to have under that mask. They know who they can have under that mask for WrestleMania, and they got their man for WrestleMania, don't they?
They did. They got Seth Rollins. They needed Seth Rollins. I even said that they're probably going to reveal who the masked man was at here. And yeah, Seth Rollins makes perfect sense.
Yep. It wouldn't have, if they weren't 100% sure on WrestleMania, if he would be able to make it. I think they might have held back a little longer on who it was, but I think they got the all clear from the doctors. So they're like, okay.
Yeah, otherwise he wouldn't have done the super kick and the stomp if he wasn't cleared.
Right.
Like they wouldn't even had him in there if he wasn't at least cleared to do that.
And do you know how you know that this was the official man under the mask? They covered his mouth so you couldn't see anything. They want to make sure that he couldn't see anything under that mask. They really hit him good.
However, I still feel like this is weird that he attacked Logan Paul. Logan Paul wasn't even part of the Vision when Seth Rollins was in the Vision.
Right.
Neither was Austin Theory.
He came like a week later or something. After Seth got,
why would you? I don't. It hurts with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed not being there.
Yes, 100%. That really
because it
takes away from
just
the story.
feuding with a couple mid carders with Paul Heyman.
Yep,
that's what it feels like.
Ideally, you wanted him to go against. Go ahead.
Are injured. The people who betrayed him are actually injured.
Ideally, you want him to go up against Braun Breaker.
Yeah, and if Braun Breaker wasn't ready, then you would have him go against Bronson Reed.
Yep. And then if Bronson Reed isn't ready, you'd pick some random other guy.
The thing is, him and Logan Paul already had a match at WrestleMania 39. I was like, oh man, I don't want to see these 2 wrestle again.
Oh, yeah, I don't either. But that seems to be where they're going.
Unless Braun Breaker magically is ready as well.
Yes, I suppose he's got a chance.
Still a chance Breaker could be there.
Because he's got 45-ish days? I don't know the exact number.
Yeah.
So he could be ready.
This works better. It does work better with Braun Breaker there. I think that's the money match right there is Seth versus Braun. But
if anything, Braun Breaker isn't ready. He could possibly come in and cost Seth Rollins the match against Logan Paul at WrestleMania, which I would not like because I don't like seeing him win. But
LA Knight was getting inflamed online for botching his move. His elbow.
Yeah, he missed the top rope. I mean, these things happen. I feel bad when it happens, but
things happen. But that's why he's never going to win stuff, Chris.
Yeah, because his footwork is just slightly off, and I guess people really harp on him for that.
I know.
But he did the right thing. He didn't just go back up the ramp. He didn't just go back up on the ropes and try again. He just went with it and was like, I'm just going to beat you up down here, I guess. So
I suppose that's one way to do it.
good thing.
I was disappointed that he didn't have like interaction with the Vision. So I was talking about the storylines with the women's division. He actually has a storyline going on with the Vision. I felt like that should have been his mission. For some reason, when it comes to Logan Paul, LA Knight doesn't care because he let Logan Paul be in the Royal Rumble. He was all gun ho about getting revenge on the Vision, and he eliminated all the Vision members except Logan Paul. Remember that in the Royal Rumble?
Yep. I
felt the same thing happened here at the Elimination Chamber. He didn't care about Logan Paul or the Vision. Like that wasn't his goal anymore. For some reason, was not to get rid of the Vision, even though that's what he said he was going to do.
I feel like he's not going to have any matches at WrestleMania with the Vision. And I think that's partially because of the injuries. So there's not enough of them to go around.
But this is crazy. He's been feuding with the Vision since Money in the Bank last year, right? He's been feuding with them since since Money in the Bank. He's been going on against them this entire time for months. And for some reason, he wasn't part of the War Games match. Because he should have been part of the War Games match since he's been feuding with them so long. He got kicked out of the War Games match, and Cody Rhodes took his place.
Oh man!
And then they rolled him off TV later on after the War Games match.
Yep.
Vision completely destroyed him on Raw. He came back at the Royal Rumble with vengeance. Came in there, took out Bronson Reed, took out Austin Theory, and then left Logan Paul.
What if they? No, I don't like it. But what if they do give like LA Knight and Seth Rollins versus Paul and Theory?
They could do that.
They could do that. I don't like it. But
my argument is they didn't really have that interaction with LA Knight and the Vision in the Elimination Chamber.
True. He didn't really care.
You could have had LA Knight. You could have had Seth do the stomp and the kick to Paul, and then LA Knight get the pin off Logan to help build towards that. But instead they had Logan Paul pin LA Knight and get rid of him.
Yeah, he needed to be built up for whatever reason. I guess they were.
Oh, that was something that really bothered me in this match, because I was like, I've been watching this storyline with LA Knight, and if he was true to his character, he should be going after Logan Paul and making sure he told the audience that Vision wasn't going to make it to WrestleMania. He said that in the promo. So you would make sure that they don't get to WrestleMania by trying to get rid of Logan Paul. That would be his main focus in the chamber. Unless he's messing around with Javon Evans doing the BFT on the pod. That was cool.
That was cool out there. Cool.
Yep. I do like that they threw Logan Paul off into everybody, but they threw yeah.
Yeah, he didn't take the brunt of that ball.
Yeah, he didn't. But I just felt like he should have had more urgency to take out Logan Paul. This is what was my issue with it. And I think storyline wise, he should have. He still had it how it was, but still have him some urgency, and the commentators put over oh, he doesn't want the Vision to win.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, unless he was working with Seth Rollins behind the scenes, obviously, to take out Logan Paul during this match, and that's his way of doing it, and they're gonna announce that in some way and make it a tag team. I don't know. I'm making that up, and I'm not sure I like it when I make it up, but I'm saying it anyways because it's a possibility going through my head.
I thought they were going to do Penta and LA Knight teaming up at WrestleMania. I thought that was going to be the match.
WrestleMania.
I know there have been reports that LA Knight's going to face Brock Lesnar. But if they're going to do that, then why didn't you have an interaction with Paul Heyman outside the Elimination Chamber? Because Paul Heyman was right outside. You could have had some type of interaction with Paul Heyman to help set that up even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No, shoot. I don't think I like LA Knight versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It feels like a squash match.
I mean, I'm just saying that's the report, but I'm saying if that is what they're planning on doing, why didn't they do that?
Right. Why didn't they do that? That's a good question, because you'd think he would be. They didn't progress that storyline at all with him in the Vision at all. None of it.
Yeah, that's what I felt. and they didn't, and that's one of my issues with this match is that they didn't progress that storyline in it. Because the difference between this match is they do have people that interact. Now they did do an interaction with Javon and Trick. They did do that, and the commentators even said that because they've had that past history at NXT.
Yep,
they've been feuding the past year in NXT, so they have that. They did that, and they had that little scruffle. So they progressed their arc, I should say. That story arc. In the match, because they have that history, and they built on that. They built on the Cody and Randy Orton story. They built that in the Chamber.
That was like the only storyline they seemed to have planned to work on was Randy and Orton, or Randy and Cody Rhodes. That's the only one they were working on.
I mean, they did do Seth, the Seth reveal with the Vision. I feel like they progressed that storyline. That storyline has the Seth versus the Vision.
Yep. No,
they also had the little interaction with Seth looking at Cody, and them looking back at each other, because that teases, because that's the match that Seth got injured in, was with Cody.
Yeah.
So they teased him and Cody their interaction again. So it's just like little things like that makes those storylines progress. I'm saying they could have done something with LA Knight, and I was disappointed that they didn't.
That's fair. No, I agree.
His storyline going into WrestleMania season.
Well, there's so many reports that Triple H is not keen on LA Knight that maybe there's reasons why he's not getting his storylines progressing, and they just kind of get cut off at points. I don't know.
Like, I'm trying to care about LA Knight as much as everybody else does,
right?
But it's hard when they do stuff like this,
right?
Yeah.
Triple H is making it hard, is what you're saying.
Yes, it is.
Or who's ever in charge.
Or who is ever in charge. I think this kind of falls on the producer. It still falls on the producer, though, because the producer is the one who designs the match. They could have done, and like the wrestlers know that this is the storyline. Why didn't LA Knight do something? Why didn't the commentators say something?
Yeah, but the producers still go off of this is Triple H comes in and says, I want these storylines to really stand out.
The focus. Yeah.
And maybe he just didn't mention LA Knight.
Maybe because they did it.
I didn't.
Well, I also think it's something on LA Knight. He could have had some urgency, like, or made it look like I want to get Logan Paul. Like, he could have done that himself while he was in the Chamber, and they did interact for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's fair.
My favorite part in the Chamber, though, is when Logan Paul did get into the match, and like all three people who were already in the match teamed up on him. Even though Trick Williams was a heel, he didn't care. He was joining them. They was all beating him up.
It was awesome.
Trick Williams and Cody Rhodes threw him through the bulletproof glass. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
me and my daughter were laughing hysterically. They're like, "Oh, everybody hates him." I was like, "Yes, they do. Yes, they do."
That was my favorite part of the whole match. That's probably the part that I will remember from this match is when Logan Paul went in and all three of them teamed up.
Yep, that and I still
and Knight's botch, because I thought it was funny.
That and Randy Orton's RKO on Cody Rhodes. It's like.
Well, that was pretty good. I did like the
ending.
Finish. I did like the finish. I would have preferred a full heel turn myself. That's what I said on the preview show. I would have preferred a full heel turn. We didn't get that. We got an ish. It was a tease.
Yeah, I'm okay with
probably going to WrestleMania. They're probably going to WrestleMania face versus face.
Face, yep.
But I personally would have done the heel turn But
speaking of them going face versus face, we might as well talk about it. Who do you think's going to win on SmackDown this Friday? Drew or Cody Rhodes for the championship?
I think it is possible. I think Cody Rhodes wins, and they can go to him versus Randy one-on-one. They could do that. I mean, there's also reports that they're going to do a multi-man match.
Fatal four-way.
If they do a multi-man match, why make us sit 3 hours to watch this Elimination Chamber? If they do a multi-man match, I'm actually going to be quite upset after watching this show. Because what was the point of the Elimination Chamber if two other guys get in this title match?
Because one of them wasn't in the Elimination Chamber, Jacob Fatu. But I agree with you. At the same time, that they shouldn't do a 4-way. Why even have the Elimination Chamber at that point?
Yeah, what was the point of this Elimination Chamber? There's sometimes like storyline wise why they do like sometimes they have a triple threat match at WrestleMania for some reason. Like there's still a chance that the Liv and Stephanie Valkyrie can end up being a triple threat match. Still possible. They haven't showed the graphic. Haven't showed that graphic yet for that match. They showed the graphic for the Rhea Ripley and Big Cargo one. They haven't showed the Liv one for some reason.
It's like they got different plans, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe they have different plans, yeah. So I mean, storyline wise, but I still think like the Elimination Chamber. What was the point of this Elimination Chamber if you're gonna let 3 other guys, or because they're talking about a Fatal 4 or Fatal 5-way, and I was like, why are you letting these other dudes get up in this match?
Right.
When we had this Elimination Chamber match, and I'm like, and after watching this one, it was. I still think Randy should have done a heel turn. I think after the match, he should have went and punted Cody Rhodes at the end of it.
No, I think I'm okay with the way it went. It's too early for the heel turn. Heel turn's going to end up being at WrestleMania, if anything. They could also just have him stay face. I mean, you never know.
I think Randy Orton should turn heel, and that should be his last run in the company. It should be as a heel.
We tried last runs as heels last year and didn't work out so well.
But here's the thing: Randy Orton is what used to be a natural heel. Like that's what he was best as, was a heel.
I don't think so
John Cena was
anymore.
never a heel. John Cena was never a heel. Randy Orton, he could be a heel still.
I think he's just too much of a family man to be a heel now in the eyes of the fan.
His wife and daughter were in the front row.
Yep, and he was giving them looks.
Yeah,
I saw it. So, no, this was good. I give this match a B-, maybe a C+.
Oh, you were nice. I'm giving it a C+. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That was
I thought it was an okay chamber. I've seen better ones. I didn't like. It's just like everyone with Javon. He seemed like he was happy to go into the chamber. The chamber's supposed to be brutal. It's supposed to be. Remember, it was designed to punish the human body. That's what Eric Bischoff said. You don't want to be in that chamber.
Right. Nobody wants to be in that chamber.
I feel like we lost the brutality of this match, to be honest. I feel like the brutality of this match is gone.
Javon did say on the way in that he was nervous.
Why is he taking so long to get to the ring?
He was.
Is
nervous.
That why he took so long to get to the ring?
Yep.
Is that why his entrance was so long? I don't know. I left in the middle of his entrance.
Yep, he was out there being nervous. That's all. He just didn't want to get in. He was scared.
I didn't hear him say he was being nervous. Did he say that when he first went out there?
Yeah, he said it right to the camera, right as he came out of his beginning of his entrance. Very early on, I don't remember.
He's the youngest person. He's the only person in the Chamber's history to compete in it who was born after the Chamber debuted.
Yep. I did hear that. He was number 21 years of age right now.
Yeah.
Young little pup.
Yeah, he's very young.
So, yeah, with all that said, I think Cody Rhodes is also going to win on Friday here.
Yeah, same.
And I think then Jacob Fatu will go after Drew at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they'll have some type of stipulation match, I think will be great.
And if Drew wins on Friday for whatever reason, then it might become a fatal 4-way.
I think Drew wins, then it'll become a triple threat or fatal 4-way.
Yep. So, but
I'm thinking. I mean, they could still do that. Jacob Fatu could come out there and then all of a sudden cost Cody again, and that would make it a fatal 4-way. They'll make it some way.
They just got to figure out how to spin that.
I'm still gonna be upset because they made us watch this Elimination Chamber when they knew they wanted a fatal 4-way. When they knew they were going to do the fatal 4-way.
Well, they needed to make money.
Maybe if they did the fatal 4, I would have been okay with it if they had like a controversial finish to this Elimination Chamber, which is what I thought was going to happen. I didn't feel like there was a little controversial finish. This was Randy Orton won this clean, RKO 1, 2, 3 done.
Yep. Right off of the distraction, which is kind of a shenanigans. I mean,
but the shenanigans, but it's not controversial though. Randy Orton won the Elimination Chamber.
Yes, and he did it mostly clean. It's a slight push because he got him right as he finished the crossroads and then got up and just.
But you can argue Cody Rhodes did the same thing to Sami Zayn in the triple threat match, though.
Yep.
That's where Cody Rhodes learned it from. He learned it from the OG Randy Orton.
Yep. No, I get that too. That was a questionable finish as well. So we'll see. We'll leave it at that. I think.
Actually, I thought Cody might turn heel there at the end there. I was like, wait, are they going to turn Cody heel?
Is he going to
go in there and attack Randy?
No.
That would be a crazy twist.
No. Somebody once told Cody, be yourself. And Cody's self is not heel.
Be heel. I want Cody to turn heel and start like an NWO faction. It's like AEW invading WWE. And have a whole bunch of AEW people in this faction. I think it would be sweet.
No.
I think it would be cool.
Cody Rhodes going to be like John Cena, never turning heel, and then he'll do it at the very end, and nobody will care anymore.
That's when you don't want him to do it, Chris. That's when you don't want. You want him to do it in the prime of his career right now. Do it right now. Get it over with. See how it goes. If it doesn't go well, then you can end your entire career as a babyface, and don't have to worry about the what ifs.
Oh boy, it's getting late. Why don't we just cut it right there? That seems like a great place.
I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. Please stay with us as we finish off our top 100. We're
at 50, I think. Yep.
Yeah, 50. We're gonna go. The next week is 50 to 41, I believe.
Yep.
And then we're gonna go all the way to WrestleMania. Each one's gonna be a different top 10, leading all the way to our top 10 wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
And then we'll do our WrestleMania predictions that following week. So yeah, that's what we got lined up for you guys.
Stay tuned. We'll be here every week for you and you alone and every one of your wrestling friends. So just make sure you bring them with you. Because for now, that's a wrap for this week's episode of Killer Cease the Turnbuckle. Thanks for stepping in the ring with us.
If you enjoyed the show, make sure to hit that follow button, drop a review, and share with your fellow wrestling fanatics. Down below, comment down. Did you like what was in the box? Let us know. Got another top 10 or past PLE you want us to break down? Email us killerceaspodcast@gmail.com.
We're also available on iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Might have to shorten that someday.
Someday, yeah.